Welcome back to Confessions of Mormon Boys.
We used to be Mormon.
And we used to be boys.
And now we're happy
queens.
Confessions of Mormon Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, gaga. Work. Hello, religious queens.
Is that what your shirt says?
No, my shirt says, hallowed be thy gains. And it's Jesus
Oh.
lifting. Yeah, Jesus kind of swole, though. You know what I'm saying?
He was a carpenter.
Jesus kind of swole. Are carpenters known to be swole?
They work with their hands and their muscles.
I literally just saw a podcast clip where they were talking about, what if Jesus was fat?
I would live.
They were like, there wouldn't be bread and water. There would be like tater tots and Mountain Dew.
Okay, well, now all of Christianity has missed out on something.
What if Jesus would have been like
A chef.
a chef?
Yeah.
Do you think the Last Supper would have just slapped?
Absolutely.
Oh, dude. Actually, he might have been a chef because that makes a lot more sense with like the fishes and the loaves and all that stuff.
There's a lot of food associated with Jesus. You know, some people believe you eat part of his body. It's transubstantiation.
Wait,
wow,
what's that word?
I mumbled that
What
word
did-
so hard.
What did you just say?
Transubstantiation.
And we support the trans community, so we love this. What does that mean?
It's like the little wafer that Catholics give you for their
Transubstantiation.
Yeah, when the wafer turns into the literal body of Christ in your body after you eat it. Right? Someone's going to correct me and they're like, that's way off.
I want to like do a commentary on other religions, but I only grew up in one, and I feel like I you know what I mean? Like I have the background and I have the like almost like the right to comment on LDS faiths, but
Yeah.
'cause that's not an LDS thing. We don't believe that.
No.
We didn't believe that. I always talk about it like we're still.
I mean, we also currently don't. But maybe one day.
This is one thing about me. Like I still really, really love religion in general. I think how it's done and organized religion gets kind of messy, but like I love fantasy fiction books. Stay with me. No,
I'm also a big fan of zoos.
But I do. I love fantasy fiction. I love the world of magic. I love Harry Potter. I love Lord of the Rings. I love the idea that there's like something magical out there that can like have an impact on our, you know, our destiny or even just like the physical world around us. So like the concept of like being able to tap into the divine power of a being if you do the right like ceremonies and say the right like incantations and it gives you power is kind of cool to me.
It's like casting a spell.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about that?
Well, just now.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
And I know people are going to come for me, and I'm not trying to be like, I don't know if they're going to come for me. It doesn't matter. They've been coming for us the whole time.
Yeah. They don't know where we are.
They don't know where we live.
They're just going to wander the streets looking
What
for
if
you.
they do? I show up on my door. I dare you. No, I don't. Don't do it.
Don't invite
There's
that.
some crazy people
Don't
out
let
there.
the spirit serious.
No. But like, right though? Like,
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about ghosts today. And this was prompted because my husband and I just moved into a new house, and we have this ceiling fan light fixture over our bed in our bedroom.
This is a recent thing?
Yeah. It keeps turning itself on.
The ceiling light,
And the fan.
the fan.
And we have like a remote for it. But like there have been several times where I'll just be sitting in bed. The remote's nowhere near me and it just clicks on. It could be an electrical issue.
Yeah, but that's not fun.
No.
What's fun?
Yes. We have varying degrees of ghost experiences. And my story today is about ghosts.
Okay, I'll tell one about ghosts too.
So we lived in a house together years ago.
Oh my gosh.
For several years.
Yes.
It was the most haunted place I have ever been.
Yes, and by we, like me and Adam were roommates.
Yeah.
And that house
And we had
was
several other
creepy.
roommates too. There was a weird vibe to it. Well, one time we were all in the basement watching a movie, and then everyone in the house was downstairs in the basement together. And behind the movie projector, there was this staircase that went up to the main level, and we were just sitting and chatting, and we just loudly heard like someone running up the stairs so clearly,
stomping through the house.
and we all just sort of looked at each other.
Even
It was like,
Mycroft
what
the
was that?
dog started barking wildly.
Yeah, it was weird. And then did you go up and investigate?
Me and Matt. You didn't go up?
No, there was something up there.
Well, because like my first thought was like, who ran in our house?
Yeah.
It sounded like little footsteps and then big footsteps. So I was like, maybe a neighbor's kid like ran in and they were like, oh my gosh, ran after them.
Yeah.
So Matt and I went upstairs, no sign of life at all.
Yeah.
No door closing. And so he grabbed a knife and I grabbed a knife and we went and looked in closets.
Like a knife is going to hurt a ghost.
Well, I didn't. we weren't going in being like, we're going to find a ghost. We were like, there's a dude in our house.
Oh, yeah.
And a house with 4 grown men. I was like, this mother trucker going to learn today.
Yeah.
Me and Matt, the most formidable.
Well, more than I am.
Okay, if you had to get in a fight right now,
Yeah.
Who would you want out of like, we'll say from the Studio C bunch?
Oh.
Who are the top 2 you'd want, and who are the top 2 you would not want backing you up?
I would fight. I think you know what I'm
This
gonna
is
say.
so shady.
Whitney?
Backing you up?
No, I'd fight her.
That was not the question.
What was the question? I thought you were asking who we would want to fight. Whitney's gonna hate that I said this.
Oh my gosh.
I just feel she's so sweet and little that if I
Don't
think,
sleep on Whitney though. She's got some guns. She's strong.
yeah, but like out of all of us, you know what? Maybe Jeremy. Now I'm just answering my own question.
He's such a pacifist.
He is.
So my questions were like, if you got in a fight,
Okay.
who would you want from the crew backing you up?
Oh, okay.
Most likely to back you up and least likely to have, are the people that you're like, I wouldn't want them to be at a fight with me.
Okay. Well, I would have you back me up.
Because I'm crazy.
You're strong and you'd go for it. And honestly, I'd pick, Tori. Could I pick Tori? She's not an original 10.
100%. I think if she was able to unleash herself on somebody, she'd do some damage.
Yeah. She loves to wrestle and she can be physical.
She hurt my elbow years ago. I'm like, still haven't forgiven her. It still hurts. That's like sibling energy though, right? Where you're like, you did this thing to me years ago.
And then people not to back. Well, I guess that'd be Whitney and Jeremy. They're just too nice.
Yeah, they feel really like Jeremy feels the most pacifist. Like it feels like he would be like, there's got to be.
Yeah.
And I'd probably get physical first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
Oh, I sound abusive. I am. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Ask Jeff.
To his enemies.
To my enemies. I played intramural soccer at one point, which is just soccer for old dudes and ladies trying to keep their joints in good health. And I got voted on my team most likely to become best friends with the opposite team or get in a fight. And both happened.
And I will not be offended when you say you would not want me to back you up because you shouldn't pick me.
You what? Why not? I've never seen you be like, I've seen you lift before.
Yeah, and I'm sure
When
it
you were
was
doing
not
those
impressive.
booty lifts at the gym, you would put
If it
the
were a
bar
booty
behind
battle.
you and do those like forearm lifts, and
Oh.
your giant butt was just heaved and hoed with that. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Adam got some yams.
and they are sweet.
But I always feel like Mal gives like wild card energy.
Oh, yeah.
Like she would just like, a switch would flip and then she would eat somebody.
She'd probably use the strategy of I'm just going to look scary and crazy, and the other person would run away.
That would work. Who else? Steven, if he got his flip switched, I think Whitney could be a little physical.
Yeah?
Matt's got a crazy grip. Like he's got like grandpa baby grip. Like babies have crazy grip. This is a wild tangent.
It is. This could be the whole episode. But now I'm thinking about Natalie.
Oh, Natalie.
Yeah.
Duh. How did I
Yeah.
forget? Nat, have you seen her do high fit?
No.
She can throw a punch.
I believe it.
And she's got stamina and strength.
She's got like that strong mom energy.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like
she could lift a car.
She 100%.
Yeah.
And then with adrenaline, a bus.
Filled with children.
How do we get here from Ghost?
I don't know. Ghosts, fights. Oh, the knife. We're
Oh,
on
the
track.
knives. That's right. So
Yeah.
back to the ghost. Oh, and the
Yeah.
ghost in the house. Yes.
Yeah. And then when we were moving out, we were like all packing up and stuff. The vibe of the house just totally shifted. It felt uncomfortable. I like legitimately did not like being in that house anymore. And there was one night where we were mostly packed up. I was home alone and my room was down in the basement, kind of tucked into a corner. And I had my dog with me and that was it. And so I was packing up and the hallway was dark, and out of the corner of my eye while I was packing, I saw what looked like someone walking by the doorway, like from the hall into the bathroom. And it was very distinctly like human shaped, but it was out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I know.
That's so creepy. Human shaped is such a weird description.
And it seriously jolted me, and I was like, what no one's here. And I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. They would have been walking around in like pitch dark, and I just had to tell myself, well, what are they doing? They're just walking around. They're not bothering me.
I love that you're like Caucasian Karen instincts kicked up. You're like, I should call the police. Wait.
Yeah.
They're probably just going to the bathroom.
Yeah. They're just an innocent person of color.
At the park, minding their business.
Yeah.
Why am I going to call the police on them?
Yeah.
Or the priest.
And it creeped me out so much. And I just packed up and left. And I was like, I don't want to be there alone anymore. And then I talked to you about it the next day.
Because that same night.
Yeah.
So this is very validating for me because I'm like probably the most like superstitious. Or
Yeah.
like I just like being like, ooh, spooky, scary, werewolf bar mitzvah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I just be like, it's ghost for sure.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like there was a presence in that house.
Yeah.
And this is my theory. I know there was a family that lived there before us. There was an older woman living there with them, like their mom. And when she passed away, they were like, we should move. And my theory is that sweet grandma energy, like it always felt like a very calm energy. It didn't feel super scary until we decided to move.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were like grandma's boys. And multiple times I'd catch Mycroft like looking at things. And I'd feel we'd hear things in the house.
Yeah.
And it never felt scary. But that night you had that experience. It was the night we were moving the next day. It felt like things got like malevolent. And my bedroom was up the stairs. Yeah. And with the doors open, you can kind of look down the stairs. And I'm like sitting on the ground, wrapping things, packing up. And out of the corner of my eye, I see someone crawling up the stairs.
Yeah.
Like with the superstition part of me comes like the panicky part too.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. And like there was no one there. I closed the door. I said a prayer. I kept packing.
Oh, yeah. And it's true, though. It did feel like we were on such good terms with whatever presence there was until we decided to move and started packing up. And then it was like they were mad we were leaving.
Yes. I'm so glad you believe that, too.
Yeah, I fully 100%.
Did you ever go back afterwards to grab stuff?
Yes. And
Was it so creepy?
It felt so uncomfortable.
Which is wild for the house you've lived in for years to all of a sudden start feeling creepy like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good intro. One thing about Mormons is we got some scary lore. There's lores about Bigfoot, explaining who Bigfoot is, that he's actually Cain.
I've heard that. I don't know if it's like canon.
Oh, what's
I don't
canon? When things change so much.
It's a moving target.
Yeah. But ghosts, there's even a description in the Doctrine and Covenants, which is a specific text written by Joseph Smith. It's like scripture, and it talks about what to do if you encounter a ghost, a spirit, and you want to know if it's good or bad. This is cultural.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. So my story today happened on a date years ago with this guy. We had been on 3 dates. Okay. This was date number 3. Okay. He was a cool guy. I had met him like 10 years earlier. We had sort of like a weird first date. I was recovering from a concussion. Because there's always like a medical thing in all my stories.
Where did you get a concussion?
It was after we filmed Summer of Purple, and I got rear-ended, and it gave me a concussion.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd get really foggy-brained sometimes, and I was at his house having dinner and like having a little talk date, and the brain fog started to kick in pretty hard. And it's like, I don't know if I can drive home like this. And I was just like, is it okay if I like sleep on your couch? And he's like, yeah, that's cool.
Babe, that is a smooth move.
It wasn't a move.
I'm getting a concussion. Will you hold me tonight? Tenderly?
Someone use this for me. Well, he said, well, I have a king size bed if you want to sleep in the bed, but I don't want to have sex. And I was like, perfect.
Oh, we love the clarification. Like, let's be on top of what we're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, it really is like a real issue, and I just need somewhere to sleep and not drive to be safe. So that was our first date. Date number 3, Annabelle Comes Home was in theaters, and I hate Annabelle.
Like in a scary way, or like you don't like the story?
It just freaks me out. It makes me so uncomfortable, and I don't like thinking about it. Sometimes I tear up when I think about it, because it's just like, there's like this this fear in me, and that's how it comes out. So of course I had to go see it.
Oh yeah. One of my favorite movies is going to see the Lights Out together, and Adam and I didn't realize you were such a scaredy cat, but it's like a roller coaster where it's scary but in a fun way. Yeah. We were multiple times grabbing each other and screaming in the theater. It was so fun.
It was so comical, just like at the same time whipping our heads together and screaming.
It felt really like cartoony. Like there was like, look, pause. Okay. So you go to see Annabelle because you're terrified of it.
Yes. Yeah. So this guy, call him Maverick. That's definitely not his name. But he agrees to go with me. So we get to the theater, and we sit down, and no one's in the theater with us.
Oh, fun.
And it's like, oh, this will be fun. We'll have it all to ourselves. And then like right before the movie started, another couple came in, and they sat like a couple rows behind us. But I was like, oh, that's still fine. We're watching the movie. It's surprisingly fun. Like, I'm having a good time. It's not one of the scarier ones. So I was like, this is like the right level of freaky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like kind of more thriller, maybe a little bit. Okay, yeah.
And as we get towards the climax of the movie, we're seated next to each other. We're kind of holding hands and like being close.
Aww.
I hear some chanting under like whispers, just like,
wait, get closer to the mic and do that.
I feel like I just insulted someone's culture and I don't know which one.
I swear if you summon something to my house, it's on site for you and the ghost are catching hands. I don't play with demons.
Yeah.
Wait.
So there's just like this whispering, but there's a rhythm to it. And I'm like, what is this? But I'm enjoying the movie and I don't want to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait, it's coming. Do you know where it's coming
It's
from?
coming from my date.
Oh.
From Maverick. And so it took me a second to
I
figure
know
that
who
out.
this is, don't I?
You do?
I think we went on a date too.
Did you?
Yes.
Interesting.
Keep going though.
So this is weirding me out. He's chanting in some language that is not English. And that's all I can tell in the moment. I don't want to pull myself out of the movie. I don't know what's going on with him. And I'm just like, I'll figure this out after. So we finish up the movie. We get in the car. And I'm just like, I have to bring this up. I have to know what that was. But I don't want to make him feel weird about it. So we're talking about the movie, like, oh, what'd you think, blah, blah, blah. And once we kind of get that out of our systems, I was like, hey, so I thought I heard some sort of like chanting.
Hey, big guy.
Like, what was that about?
Like, not to be like weird or anything, but were you summoning demons?
Yeah.
I'm just want to know.
So this is what he tells me. He pauses and you can tell he's sort of like, it's thinking, and he goes into like his inner world for a second. And then he goes, I don't tell a lot of people this, but I can see dead people. Yeah.
You were dating that little white kid from Sixth Sense?
I got Sixth Sense.
Or Bruce Willis. No, he couldn't see dead people.
He was dead. Spoiler.
Oh, sorry if you haven't seen it. You only had 30 years.
I was just so taken back. I was almost speechless, and I was like, this is amazing. I want to hear everything about it, but I don't want him to feel weird, because there are two routes I could take on this. I was like, this guy is crazy. Or I could be like, I'm going to believe him, because that's the more fun option.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Belief is fun.
Yes.
I mean, especially when it's not something that like affects you like that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to choose to believe him, and I can just deal with whatever that means. And so I'm trying to dig a little bit. I was like, oh my, that's so interesting. Wow. Like, thank you for sharing. Like, what is that like? And he's like, I've seen dead people my whole life. It's not really that interesting. They look like regular people. And I'm like, then how do you know they're dead?
How do you know they're dead, player?
How do you know? But apparently he could tell the difference.
How you know they're dead?
How you know?
How you know they're dead?
Whose ass is that?
Who dead? Show me your wounds. I don't even know how do you interrogate them?
I don't know. But he said that most dead people, they're just going about doing their business, and they know that living people can't see them, so they mostly ignore them. But occasionally, like growing up, they would catch him looking at them. And then they would try to interact.
Oh my gosh.
And over time, he's just like, I kind of just wanted that to stop.
I wonder if that's similar energy to where you're like in the gym zoning out, and you just happen to be zoning out at someone.
Yeah.
And then they look at you and you try to play it off. That's what I would be like. Catch
Yeah.
a dead motherfucker looking at me.
Yeah.
Nope. You
No.
didn't. I'm just daydreaming.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I was just like, this is incredible. I want to know everything. And he talked about how like dead people in his life, they would visit him in his dreams, and it was like a different kind of dream where it's like an actual visit, which part of me does believe that could happen.
Do you think that's part of your like religious upbringing?
It could
Or do you
be.
feel like you're just like, yeah, like
I feel like I want to hold that door open.
ooh.
Yeah, he told me a bit about it, and I wanted to keep doing more and more, but I didn't want it to feel like dance for me, like
Oh
entertain
yeah,
me.
like dig into your trauma and tell me a fun story.
Yeah, but I had to ask, like, did you see any dead people there
So
tonight?
you were like, yeah, dig into your trauma. Tell me what happened.
Yes. And he said yes. He said there was a man standing at the front of the theater watching us until the movie started. And then he left.
Girl,
Yeah.
you in danger.
Yeah. And I was like, I know for a fact there I saw no person, because that theater was empty until that other couple showed up. It was like there was nowhere to hide.
Bro.
Yeah.
The way I'd be decked out in garlic crosses, holy water,
Yeah.
and just in case.
Yeah.
The Bhagavad Gita.
I was like, so what is that? How does the chanting relate to all this?
Yeah, what was that about?
So he was a Freemason, which I don't know like a ton about, but he said he was chanting in Latin because sometimes these movies give spirits some ideas. I know. I don't know what that means. I thought he said they were like innocuous.
Imagine a spirit watching Ghost and being like, you can do that?
I want to do some pottery.
Pottery barns were haunted for years afterwards. Patrick Swayze, who?
Yeah. So, yeah, he said he was doing his little Latin chant to let any spirits nearby know that they weren't welcome to bother us. Yeah.
Why Latin?
I don't know.
Do they understand that language better? It's more fun if we don't poke holes.
I know. There are a lot of questions still remaining. And unfortunately, we only went out one more time, and it wasn't great. It fizzled out really quickly after that.
Do you think the ghost thing kind of like cramped the vibe?
Not for me.
Oh, were you?
I was so into it.
Was it so? You guys are getting busy and you're like, scare the ghost away. And he's like, "Shalamakashana."
Draw me like one of your ghost girls.
Wow,
Yeah.
scandal.
Yeah, so that's kind of like those two experiences, the closest I've come to having like a ghost experience.
I think I might be like a medium. I don't know. Maybe I'm more gullible, more susceptible to just like confirmation bias by like imposing a ghost on my, wardrobe because I'm like so scared.
Your wardrobe?
Or like, my clothes.
Like this?
No, like the ghost wearing this hallowed be thy gain shirt.
This shirt is haunted.
Haunted.
That's why it doesn't have any sleeves.
I don't understand that. I don't know what you mean.
Like a ghost with a sheet that don't have arms. Yeah. I do feel like that was a stretch. It took a couple steps to get there, but in my head it made
You're
sense.
thinking like KKK ghosts. Like just white sheet.
You said
ghosts.
it, I did it.
Man. Okay, so I've had a ton of experiences. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of superstitious in some of those ways, like in a playful way. Like, it's the same way I subscribe to like astrology and Myers-Briggs. Like, it's just like fun. Yeah. And I don't put too much. Yeah, I don't put too much skin in the game. And the second it starts getting uncomfortable, it's like, I don't believe anymore. This is weird.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to wish that was the way it was, but I had a crazy mission experience. Let me tell you about Fernando. So I served my mission in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And Brazil is it's a very superstitious country. Like there's a lot of lore and legend. There's, I think that was the largest amount of slaves brought to Brazil from like the slave trade or America. It was like one of the two, like Brazil's number one and number two. And there's a lot of like a huge African influence and some of the way that like Western culture talks about African religion is through very like spooky lens and like ghosts and goblins and ghouls.
Ghosts and goblins and ghouls and it's a Bob's Burgers song.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know this.
And bears.
And bears.
Yeah.
How does it go?
Ghouls and goblins, ghosts and bears. Why to say bears? I don't know. They're scary.
I've had many nightmares about bears, by the way.
Oh,
but this is not about bears. So Brazil's very superstitious, and there was like a bunch of creepy experiences I had in Brazil already. At this point, I'd had 3 big, like creepy ghost experiences. Yeah.
I didn't realize there were so many.
Yeah, I had a lot in the MTC, the Missionary Training Center. And when I first got to Brazil, it was just like weird, man. I kind of knew before my mission, I always had this fear of the supernatural. And I knew that I was going to have to face that fear. I just like knew it. No one told me. Yeah. It was more than like thinking it. It was like a feeling and a knowing. And I knew I was going to face it on my mission. So sure enough, I'm in one of my areas. I've been on my mission for like maybe a year, and I was with a more senior companion, and we were like zone leaders in this area. So we were like overseeing some missionaries in a wider area, and this area had been shut down because weird stuff had gone down earlier. So like there was like a sister missionary that got pregnant.
Like from a ghost?
From a
Mother Mary?
I didn't ask. But the members in the area were like, she got possessed.
Ooh.
That was the story. She got possessed. And so the area closed down for like a year. And then all of a sudden they're opening it back up and sending me and my companion there.
You were the first ones to go back.
The first ones. And we were like waking up the area. We were getting it back to its bones.
So freaked out by that?
Well, I didn't know that story initially.
Oh, okay.
But we were living under a member's house she was really weird. She made us like ostrich once, and it wasn't too bad, really gamey. But she was kind of weird, kind of a quirky, like homeowner. And she had a man that lived with her who was like losing it and would kind of say weird, wild things all the time. Already, it's just a spooky setup.
Yeah.
We go into this house. The first night, it feels like I'm being watched.
Ooh,
consistently.
I hate that.
It was so weird because it's not like I feel like I'm being watched all the time.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I was feeling it. And I was like, this is strange. Like, I feel like someone's behind me. I had a really hard time taking a shower in that house because every time I closed my eyes, I felt like someone was there.
And you're like, ooh.
Yeah. No. Don't look at my beats, ghost. No, but it was like, I would start showering and then get to my face and then be like, and just go super fast and then open my eyes and look around.
Oh.
Yeah, it was wild. It was
hate
so creepy. And this continued for like a couple weeks. And it was just like every time I was just so wound up. And then one time I walked into the kitchen and saw my companion whirl around really fast away from us. And I was like, what was that about? And he was like, I could have swore I saw. And I was like, do you feel like you're being watched? And he was like, yes. Oh. And he said one time he walked out like at night to go to the bathroom past the kitchen and thought he saw someone sitting on the fridge. Just someone just like sitting in our direction. It was just spooky vibes. I found out later that he also had a hard time washing his face. He said he's like, I stopped washing my face because it was too freaky. And this is after like a month of being companions. Love this guy, by the way. Yeah. We left the house a little early. We came back a little later. We were just like trying everything we could to not be in that house. And then one day we have this zone conference where everyone comes to the area. All the missionaries we oversee, the mission president, his assistants, and his assistants are missionaries. Yeah. A companionship. And they come to stay with us because we're the zone leaders. And so we have another room with beds, and then we have our room. And we set up in our room and we, hey, good night. 10 minutes later, one of them pops in. He's like, is it weird if we all just like sleep in the same room? Your house just feels super weird. So we have 2 beds on either side of the room, 1 mattress in the middle on the floor and 1 mattress by the foot of my bed, which is kind of in front of the door. Okay. Which is open because it's so hot in Brazil. We have 1 dinky fan on that's like fighting for its life to keep us cool. And we all go to bed. We're all in the same room and it's like feels kind of nice and safe.
We're all holding hands.
Almost. It was terrifying.
It's like how otters hold hands when they sleep so they don't separate.
Yeah, give me your hand so a ghost doesn't steal you at night. So we go to bed. I wake up on my back in my bed. I kind of open my eyes and I look up at the ceiling. Now on my mission, I woke up at the same time every night. It was like every night at like 2 a.m. I'd wake up.
Your whole mission.
Every single night. Is that not so weird? But I wake up at 2 a.m. and I look up. And all I see, there's this reflection of light on the ceiling, like it's like dancing in water. And I was like so intrigued. I was like, that's weird. At a certain point, I'm thinking it's like a street light on a puddle or something that's somehow getting into our apartment. And then it hits me. I'm like, oh, we're in a basement. Ooh. There's no outdoor access. And I start getting a little creeped out. And I'm like, what is that? And then I look over my companion. There's one over him too. Oh. And it's like these reflections of water just on the ceiling over both of us. And I'm like, that is so weird. I don't know what that is. And I start looking around to try to find out where the reflection is. And then I look to the foot of my bed. And standing there in the entrance is a man, is a dude. And now it's crazy because he didn't seem like a tangible person. He looked like see-through. Oh. He looked incorporeal, like a hologram or something. But I didn't think about that in the moment. All I saw was this dude standing like a farmer looking in my doorway, and I panicked. It did come to mind. In the Doctrine and Covenants, we're taught that as Mormons, that if a spirit appears to you, there's a way to know if it's good or bad. Mm-hmm. You just offer to shake its hand. You stick your hand out and you're like, hey, nice to meet you. Put it there, pal. And if it's a bad spirit, it'll try to deceive you. Yeah. So it'll try to take your hand and you won't feel anything. Yeah. If it's a good spirit, it won't even try to take your hand. And if it's like a resurrected being, like someone who's like elevated and transcended.
Like Jesus.
They'll shake your hand and you'll feel something. Yeah. Notice how I still remember that. That was important to me. Yeah. Because it freaked me out. And in that moment, I remember being like, you know what? I could shake its hand or I could do what I did. And I screamed and pulled the blanket over my face. And immediately regret it because I can't see him anymore. Yeah. There was a man in my room. He was literally standing on top of one of the elders where his bed was. And I can't see him. And I have the blanket over my face and I'm terrified and I'm sweating bullets and I'm nervous. And I know I have to look. I have to look. I have to find out where he is. I can't just hide under a blanket like a baby.
He could be spooning you.
Yeah, he could be. Oh no. So I slowly pull the blanket down, knowing his face is going to be right there.
Oh.
And I just like get to my eyes and just and look to the side. He's not there. I look back at the door. He's not there. He's gone.
Oh.
Now I would get up, look around, make some noise. I'd be like,
Grab
oh,
a
that's
knife.
crazy. Grab a knife, a sharp knife. I'd grab a knife. At the time, I was just like, my heart was racing. I felt like it was going to like split my chest cavity open. I'm terrified. I'm looking around, my eyes darting like a wild man, like an animal in a cage. I'm like, and I look up and I look at that reflection above me. It's getting smaller.
I am kind of tearing up over this, though.
Dude.
It's just like scary stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
I look over me, the reflection's getting smaller. I look over my companion, the reflection's getting smaller at the same like size, proportions. They're just shrinking. And I'm kind of glancing around, still keeping an eye on them, and they just disappear. And once they disappear, I just feel the mood like, I don't feel good, but I feel like something has finished. And I don't know what it was. But as I'm sitting there, heightened, nervous, terrified, all of a sudden I just hear, and butthole clenches, core engages. It was the elder on the ground laughing. And I sat there in silence and I'm like, hey, nothing. Hey, nothing. Well, I can't go to bed, but I don't want to wake them up. So I just
They
sit
didn't
there.
wake up with your scream either.
Dude, I sit there until the morning, comes and the alarm goes off at like 6:30 or whatever. And I'm just like petrified. I couldn't sleep at all. How am I supposed to sleep? Anyways, they get up and I'm like telling them what happened. The elder on the ground, he's like, I have no recollection of that. He villain guffawed in his sleep. So I need to look into him. He's probably in prison somewhere because that was shady.
Yeah.
And I looked at my companion and I'm like, dude, you didn't hear me yell? And he was like, no, yeah, I did. What? And he was like, I didn't want to see it.
What did he think it was?
He said, that son of a bitch. I was like, I needed you. And he was like, I didn't want to see it. So I just stayed rolled over, blanket over him. He was just like, one person seeing it is enough. And I was like, you knew something was there. And he was like, I wasn't going to test my theory.
Traitor.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy. We tell the mission president, he has us consecrate and like bless our house. And it kind of chilled out afterwards, actually.
Okay.
But that moment terrified me. But it also like flipped a switch in me.
Yeah.
Because I was always so terrified of the supernatural. And then all of a sudden I was like, the worst thing that happened was that I was scared. I wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
I wasn't affected. I was just scared. And I was like, oh, if that's the worst they do, then like, okay. And I started getting really sassy with it. If I ever saw something or felt something, I was like, do what you're going to do because I'm tired. I don't have time for it. And they just stopped. I stopped experiencing them as much.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
He put up some good boundaries.
I was like, hey, listen, I know I'm a night owl. 2 a.m.'s a fun time.
Yeah.
Take your ass home. Go find Adam's date. He'll give you some chance.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Okay, maybe I'm crazy because is that like,
I mean, I believe you because you're not the type of person to just like make this up.
it's like, it's especially something so elaborate, but like, how do you know it's not my psyche? How do I know?
Well, the other people were confirming all that stuff for you.
Those bitches.
I mean,
But all they heard was me yell. I mean, but they felt the vibes.
the one that saw the
Yeah.
thing on the fridge and like the vibes of the whole, the sister getting pregnant,
Oh yeah, the missionaries.
possession, yeah.
Or once the members in the area started hearing about it, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, the house is haunted." I was like, "You ain't gonna tell nobody."
Why don't we move into a different house?
Yes. And me and my companion both got transferred away at the same time, so new missionaries were just put in.
Circle of life.
We got to talk to them. They got to earn their dues.
Yeah.
This is how people talk about like student debt and loan. They're like, I had to pay my student loan, so you got to pay it too.
Everyone must suffer like I did.
Yeah. Versus ending the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it helped a lot because the story stuck with me in like a pretty spicy way for a while. I remember I was like a chaperone, like a leader on like boys camp, and I told the story on the fire, and parents later were like, my son's still sleeping in my bed with me. And I was like, you're right. That's kind of I shouldn't tell that story, right?
Didn't you name him Fernando to make him less scary?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in order to take away some of the fear, I remember how he looked, and he had like a cul-de-sac. He had like a balding, but hair on the sides.
Yeah.
He had a mustache. He had on overalls. And I think he was holding something, but I was like, I'm over here losing my shit over this farmer.
Yeah.
Like, this dude looks like a Fernando. Which is
Yeah.
like a very Brazilian name too. I was like, I'm over here getting scared over Fernando, who didn't even have a flesh body. Like, come on, girl. Like, Stacey, come on. Well, that is my confession.
Yeah, that's our confessions.
That's our confessions. Am I forgiven?
Not today.
Not today.
Ask Fernando. Ooh. Okay, we need to like reset our moods.
We need to go like in a weird space. We need to go watch Bluey and like like My Little Pony or something. Listener, you can find me, Stacey Harkey, on Instagram and TikTok under the name Stacey Harkey.
You can find me, Adam Berg, at Hey Adam Berg on Instagram and TikTok, and my book's on Amazon.
Ooh, and we will see you next time on
Confessions of Mormon Boys. Ooh.